It's like almost, I won't say 10%, but it's a good chunk of our budget. Our budget's like
overall,
what, 1.4, 1.3 million?
Not even, isn't it? Like
With
1.2?
the town, it's good, well,
No, I think it's,
Is it 1.3 now?
I think it's
It's
1.3, and that,
1.3, and it's supposed to be.
and I don't even think that includes the warrant articles. And the,
Right.
and I looked
No,
at
that's the operating budget.
and I looked at how much we're paying for liability insurance, and it was like 100,000 or 70.
I think that's all insurance, because I remember our building
Maybe.
insurance just being
But
like
the, but the,
$80,000
but the insurance
or
bill
something
has
crazy.
gone up
It's crazy.
unbelievably.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean, my house insurance doubled, and my car insurance.
Double?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's,
Really?
that's because
It
the
is looking nice.
I mean,
I think it was
the
because my chimney
insurance,
fire.
the insurance companies take a chunk out of you, but still replacement costs have gone up enormously. So it's not exactly
But still, every large, tall building you see in all these cities are all insurance company buildings. And they're not,
Especially Hartford,
yeah, and
Connecticut.
how many football stadiums are owned by insurance companies? My medical insurance is,
Yeah. Isn't that weird when
Yeehaw!
they're sponsoring?
they're sponsoring, yeah, it's just ridiculous. Anyways, let's get back to the library.
All right. Any other things from the treasurer's report, or?
No, that's all I have,
All right.
thank you.
Great. Thanks for doing all that. All right. So library project next steps is really the public hearings. So we're waiting to hear
Yep,
when that will be.
yep,
Getting a display in the library, making sure that we're at the deliberative session to answer questions and speak on behalf of the petition warrant article. Is I assume Fogel will be paying for some sort of mailer.
yeah, there'll be a newsletter going out to yeah, there'll be a newsletter. I don't think that the library itself will be.
Right, that we're not. So.
We never put any funding for that anyway, so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, so public meetings and, yeah.
Committee updates. Anything from Fogel?
You
Are
know,
they doing the lasagna dinner this year?
they're not doing, we've been so engulfed in this that we decided to, not do the lasagna dinner. I mean, it's not a hard thing to do, but it's work that we just can't suck up right now.
Yeah.
Maybe you could, well, probably not, but maybe you could do a fall fling or something of,
We do, it's called a garlic gathering.
well, maybe you could do a summer picnic basket fling thing.
We'll see.
Chocolate cake and salad sandwiches and.
You just come on down and get it going. Okay.
It would be nice to think about programming, I guess, for the year and what the library wants to do.
Yeah,
terms
Sandy
of-
has some ideas. She's already
Okay.
spoke to me. I mean, I'm sure she would have spoke to him tonight if she was still here. But she's already got some ideas that she's going to approach the board. I think once she gets them more solidified.
Okay. Great. Other business? Public comment?
The warrant article, is that coming from the trustees?
Trustees signed it, but
Well, yeah, no, it's coming. It's
But
just
it's-
coming
it's-
from the voters, really.
Okay, it's just a petition as a
It's a
petition.
petitioned article.
So as the trustees as a board discuss their role in such, if it came to be or.
Right. I have thought about it, and Andrew's not running again, so it could be interesting, but yeah, we'll have to develop you're right, we'll have to develop a system where, financial aspect of the if all goes according to that we'd like it to happen, the trustee is going to be responsible for maintaining an oversight of the money process through the Fogel and the incoming money and the outlay.
So the trustees in touch with Fogel and how it's gonna work out, or is it just once it passes, this will be figured out?
That's a really good question, and I'm gonna bring that up at the full meeting and talk to them about it to see. But that is a really good question.
And another question is, what process, what part did the trustees take part in this grant, or is this again just a Fogel initiative?
We submitted a letter of commitment, and that was the extent, other than being aware of the grant application. And I
Yeah,
guess we did vote.
well, and we,
In October.
but in 2019, well, were you on the board then? Yeah. So, you made the decision on what plan we were gonna go for. What plan we were using, whether the barn, there was 3 plans submitted, and they chose the barn plan, the trustees at that time.
Okay, that's a little out of. I wasn't referring to that. So the grant itself is a Fogel.
Oh, yeah,
It's a
that's a
Fogel
Fogel, yes.
Okay. And this copy, who owns it? Is that Fogel?
Yes,
And the trustees are allocating money out of the capital reserve.
Yep. So we
Yes.
committed up to 40,000.
if necessary, I think 35,
35.
if necessary.
Are those funds are those funds being able to allocate for a new building?
That's up to the trustees of the trust fund, and they're the ones that make the decision on whether that the request for money is in line with what its intent was for. So, as a trustee myself, I can say yes, I believe that the wording in the original warrant article for that capital reserve says for library improvement, and to me, a library isn't a building, it's an entity, and so improving that entity could mean getting a new building.
I concur.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright?
Just one other comment if I could.
Sure.
And if it's up.
But we don't wanna, yeah, go ahead, seriously.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna bring it up because I heard the topic mentioned at the beginning of the meeting. I think it was by you, Deb,
Okay.
it's the topic of the general contractor for the project here. I'm looking at the schedule here, and there's a lot of stuff that's dependent, obviously, on the general contractor. And in my 34 years of government experience, it would seem as though at this point in the project, a general contractor would have been involved at the ground level, you might say, to come up with a schedule of this type here.
Yeah.
So my question is, what is the status of the general contractor? And do we have one yet? And are they gonna be able to go and perhaps redo a lot of this, as general contractors are gonna be responsible for the whole thing? I mean,
I would like to actually, I don't, that's the type of question that should be answered at the public meeting. That's not something I wanna get into at the library
well,
trustee meeting.
I can guarantee it will be asked
Absolutely,
at that meeting.
great, and hopefully it'll be
I would
answered
just
to your
suggest that we have
satisfaction.
a very strong response at
Yeah,
that
well,
point in
hopefully we
time.
have
Have a
answered,
good
I
answer.
just say the short answer is that the budget was created with the architect and an estimator.
yeah, true. I mean, but again,
So that's
I don't
true.
wanna answer a bunch of questions that I wasn't involved in.
Yeah, that's fair too. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want the people that did that work are the ones that need to answer that question.
That's what concerns me. Why wasn't the general contractor one of the people that was involved in this?
That's,
Why wasn't that decided a long time ago?
right,
That's
so
all I'm saying.
that's what you can bring up at
Yes.
the public meeting.
Okay, all right, fine, thank
Yeah.
you.
Anything else?
Nope. I'm good.
7:15. That's an hour exact. Except we
And,
started. Yeah.
next meeting,
Yeah. Sorry. Next meeting, day after Valentine's Day.
oh, my, is that my dad's birthday? I think it is. No. Yes.
I can't comment on
And
that.
how old?
It'll be your last meeting?
It'll be my last meeting after 8 years.
Wow, you're
10
doing
years?
it.
It's been a long
Well,
time.
thank you. for all your
Well, your
commitment
car
and your.
is just gonna come here on the appropriate date.
You're right. I just won't be able to give it up, and I'll come for
Yeah.
the public session.
Was there a date just for the public?
What's that?
Was there a final date for the public hearing? Is that gonna
I
be?
guess
No.
it's gonna be decided on Saturday when we hear back
Yeah.
from the contractor and, or the architect and the.
I don't know if it'll be decided on Saturday, but we're certainly gonna be discussing it on Saturday, and
What's Saturday?
the Fogel is meeting to
Yes, sir.
go over our plan for the next, for the election.
But who,
In
who,
2 days,
who's
at what time?
whose public hearing is
Well,
this?
The public hearing is the trustees, but
But Fogel's deciding when it's gonna happen.
Fogel is, they're the ones that are, getting the, professionals together.
And that's the one on the 3rd you're talking about, Deb?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're getting the professionals together because
Right,
that's,
okay.
so it's gonna be an interesting, it's gonna be a learning experience for all of us, really, if you think about it.
Let me see if.
I mean, this is, not too many buildings have been built in town since I've been here in 45 years, only the fire department, and that ended up really rough. Really rough.
I
Long-term
wasn't
friendships,
there, I don't know.
long-term friendships
we
ended,
built half the museum.
And 3 murders.
and 3 murders.
Yeah.
What do you
Some-
there?
So it'd be nice. We'll just have to think about how we advertise it, right? Because I get annoyed when it's just someone on Facebook saying this is when the meeting is, right? Like I want it on the listserv. I want it on,
Absolutely.
posted on at
Absolutely.
the town office.
You should
Yeah.
come to the meeting on Saturday then.
I can't because it's my birthday.
Oh, it's your birthday!
Or the 21st
How
is
old
my
are
birthday.
you now?
21st, I thought it was the 20th.
21st, yeah. So Saturday, but Saturday I'm
Oh, this month of January. You know, this weekend, that's why.
this weekend my birthday. Yeah,
Oh, well, happy birthday. How old are you?
30. I'll be 34.
Oh.
See the gray hairs? That's related to the library.
Just a youngster.
Yeah.
You know, and actually, I don't know if you guys looked at the warrant article list over there.
Is it out?
Yeah, it's
I
right here.
just know, it's a rough draft.
Draft, yeah, it's right
It's
here.
an unfinished rough draft.
Yeah.
Because they don't have it. I gotta call Sarah and say, hey, you got it's wrong.
The language
It's
is
not, that's not in, the language isn't complete.
I brought that up at the meeting.
Oh, did
the
you?
Public hearing.
Yeah, the lawyer went and redid a lot of it too, from what I heard.
But no, that's not what she was referring.
No?
This was from last Friday. The lawyer, I think, was this week or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
I don't know what's
misunderstood, I
happening
guess.
with the lawyer.
It
Was
must
that a
have-
public meeting you guys recorded with the lawyer?
No. With a lawyer? No.
Because they said they were gonna meet with the lawyer.
It's always non-public.
That's non-public? To
It's-
go over the warrant
The
articles?
law, yes, I've never.
No, to meet with a lawyer is potentially non-public if they
Yeah.
wanna make it one.
I don't think there was any plan to make a public lawyer meeting. It's always been under, the town has been hiding under,
Yeah, that one.
privilege.
There's no clause in the non-public meeting for
Lawyer?
that. I mean, if it's lawyer related to like personnel or
Right, if it's
personal
lawyer
like
related to
reputation.
personnel, but if it's the going over the
Lawyers are
warrant-
funny, they don't like to have any kind of.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is, I mean, Steve actually said, is that camera off?
Yeah. Are we done with one?
Well, we adjourned?
Yeah, we adjourned
yeah,
it.
we're adjourned, yeah.
We adjourned three.
All right.